On Facebook, what's happening? What's happening, man? I'm stepping on live. See how many of you I can catch before the sun drops. It's your boy Randy. A lot of you may know me as Sino. Depending on how you know me, it really don't matter. Give you the business the same way, either way. Just doing this for the live or for the replay, however you may catch it. Whenever you step into the room, whenever you hit this live, man, if you could, let me know where you're watching from. I just wanted to step in real quick. I wasn't even going to do it live today, but I figured I'd step in real quick and just drop this on a few people because, you know, I'm seeing a few a few people that are educated or have gone to certain trainings for certain skill sets or whatnot, and I have yet to see them applied. So, of course, right now, I'm going to wait and see who jumps on. I just had to get something off of my chest really quick. I just wanted to give you a quick hack on some things. So when you come into the room, let me know where you're watching from. I'd like to know where all my viewers are checking in from. Coming into you earlier than I usually do today, but hey, you know, when you feel it, you got to go with it, right? So let me know where you're watching from when you come into the room. See if we get the number to jump just a little bit before I break this off. Like I said, share this with your team, share this with your friends, share this with those that you probably think might need some lifting. Basically what I'm getting into is this, man: to be a good student. A lot of people don't know what it means to be a good student. First off, to be a good student, man, that means you need to apply what you have learned. The teacher took the time out to dedicate themselves to you and to give you what they've learned and the knowledge that they learned and to share that with you. So for them to take that time out to give you that knowledge and to share that knowledge with you, then the least you could do is apply that knowledge. I'm not saying that you have to follow that knowledge all the way to a T. You find what works for you as long as it's working for you. So definitely apply the knowledge that you learn. See, I notice a lot of people, like, they go to conventions. They go to conventions for the lanyards and the quotes. You know, those people who are always at every convention for the lanyards and the quotes, or they go take a training course to say that they're certified in something, but they never actually put it to use. What's the use in being certified or qualified for anything that you're not going to do in life? People who go to college and never do. I mean, I understand there's a switch where you might want to change your career, but at the same time, there's a lot of people who don't apply what they've learned in their training. You know, like, a lot of people are looking at their teachers and wanting to be their teachers so bad that they're missing out on the whole lesson. A lot of people go and will hear Tony Zeri speak, hear Grant Cardone speak, and they inside deeply want to be that person. But they don't realize that they have to apply these things in their life. They have to take these things and dissect and see where they apply in their life and where they can work these things in their lives to make themselves be able to rise to such levels. So a lot of these people, you know, they go and I've been to every Tony Robbins event over the past 4 or 5 years, and that's fine. That's fine, but are you applying what he's saying to you? He drops some really crazy nuggets. And those of you that, if you've ever seen Tony Robbins' event or ever watched a video or anything, I want you to drop me a 1 in the comments if you're in here watching. Even if you're on a replay, drop me a 1 in the comments if you've ever heard Tony Robbins speak. I mean, it's deep. It's deep. So what I'm saying is, if you're taking in this knowledge, if he's taking that time out to hit that stage and give you this knowledge, why are you not applying this knowledge? Why are you not taking these gifts, this fruit, and taking it and doing the most with it? You know, because like they say, the fruit is not going to be, it's going to be out on the limb. It's not going to be right there where you can pick it. You got to go out and get it. So you went all the way out here to get this fruit from this teacher. Is giving you everything that he's learned, you know, everything that he knows that has worked for him along his journey, the advice that he may have for you. And like you say, yeah, it's a waste of money. Rochelle, it's a total waste of money that they do this, and I see it all the time. It's a total waste of money that they do this. Like a lot of things, like books on the shelf. I understand that, yeah, bookshelves are made for books, but if you just have bookshelves on the shelf for decoration, man, stop it. That's ignorant. That's the most ignorant thing I've ever seen, for people to throw books on the shelf just for decoration, to appear as if they have some sort of knowledge. That is crazy, you know. And you can tell these people too. I've gone to people's houses and looked at their bookshelves and say, you haven't read not one of those books that's on that shelf. I can crack a page, and all of those pages, not one has been bent out of shape. I can tell. It's, you know, it's obvious. You can tell by the person. You can tell by the person you're talking to if they've read a book. When you ask them, that's why today, my post today that I put up today, is I wanted to know my interaction. I wanted to know what were you reading? What are you reading right now? You know, like what are you opening your mind up to right now? It's important, you know, because that book is a teacher. You know, you open that book and there's so much knowledge in there that you can receive. That book as a teacher. But a lot of people mistreat it. They overlook it. You can read a book over and over and over again. That's the best teacher you could possibly have. You're not going to go repeat the 5th grade over and over and over again. But you could take a book and dissect it, read it over and over and over again. Find out where it applies in your life and how it's certain stories in a book are similar to your life. You gotta, but real talk, you gotta start giving your teachers at least that much respect, man. That much appreciation. What's going on, Chisa? How you doing, man? Thank you for stepping in. Irving, Texas in the house. You know how we do. I see Vegas in the house, man. I'm just on here talking about being a good student. Yeah, I'm jumping on at odd times, man. See, I deleted a whole bunch of people, so now I'm trying to be able to catch my audience at the right time. I'm trying to figure out what everybody's schedule is because I deleted, you never believe it, I deleted 2,100 people from my friends list, and they were all negative energy. But I must say this, man, my page is brightened up so much. My every day when I get on Facebook, I don't have that feeling anymore. Like I'm gonna scroll across something that's gonna really turn my day upside down. So actually getting rid of all of those people really boosted my day, for my day to day and the things I go through. Yeah, I had to make a cutback, man. I mean, and you would be surprised at some of the things, some of the negative things I was seeing, and I was taking the time to go and scroll down. What's going on, Nikki? I was taking the time to actually scroll their timelines to see if maybe, you know, the post that I saw that got my attention was a mishap. You know, some people vent every now and then. So I actually scroll your timeline to see if you're doing, you know, being crazy all the time. And boy, it was out of this world. What's happening, Sarah? How you doing? It was out of this world, the type of things that I was seeing. I was so happy to delete these people from my friends list. And the way that I see my friends list now, I mean, my newsfeed period. The things that I'm seeing in my newsfeed now are so positive and encouraging. You know, and speaking of being a great student, I'm being taught by the people that are on my newsfeed, that scroll across my newsfeed. The information that you all drop is so beautiful. Like I can take a lot of that in my day. I don't feel like I'm going to receive this negative energy when I turn my phone on and hit this app and I go into it and I'm seeing positive energy. You know, finding out that my friends are actually take the time to sit back and read. Those that work on their self-development, like that's really awesome to me. So I had to get rid of those that had no intention. And it was hard because I'm in a stage of my life where I feel like I want to help everybody. You know, so it was really hard. I said, wait on you to do a live meditation. Yeah, I actually have a group, Love to Live. I'll add you to that. It's we do meditations there, you know, set intentions, the whole 9. So I'll plug you into that. We just pass on information, you know, all the way around. Also have a health and wellness group also, where we talk on putting the right things in your body so that you can sustain and live a long, healthy life. So that's something that I do have, but I got you. I will put you in both of those groups. I think you actually wanted the whole food nutrition group also. So I'll lock you in on that. But yeah, definitely start showing some respect to the teachers that have taught you. Those teachers that have brought you, you know what I'm saying, this knowledge and placed it in front of you for you to be able to eat, for you to be able to digest this knowledge, you know. And a lot of people don't realize that they don't have to do that. You know, it's a calling for them, but you're sitting there for a reason too. You need to actually get that message. You know, and if you overlook what they're trying to give you, what they're trying to give to you, then I mean that's total disrespect. What are you there for? A lot of people go to these training courses just to say that they're certified this, certified that, but they know nothing about it. They know nothing about it. They don't apply it. They don't get into their craft. You know, they don't have that goal to get out there and apply those things to their craft for them to be able to grow. You know, and that's an issue. You got to deal with that issue off the top. Start paying attention to your teachers. They are there for a reason. You are there for a reason. You know, now that I'm older and I talk to, you know, certain groups, I think back on when I was young and like I used to not give my teacher any attention whatsoever. You know, she'd be talking and I have my head down. You know, having my head down on my desk while my teacher's talking. Like now when I'm talking to people, to have someone with their head down is the same as being in a room, being on a live and no one is on the live. No one's listening. No one cares to even know what you're talking about. You know, I know what that feels like now. You know what I mean? Like I've spent majority of my adult life, you know, in my career on stage performing. So there were always people that I could be in front of to present my craft to. But when nobody's listening, what is that like? So I've had my experience of seeing what that's like. And so I know what it's like to be a teacher. I feel what it's like to be that teacher that's being, you know what I'm saying, being overlooked. Like, I'm only here because I just want to get you to sign off on my grades. I just want to pass on and move forward into, you know, and that's wrong, man. You got to take that with you. You got to use it. Put it out there. Like, my greatest thing is being able to come back on Facebook and seeing a lot of my old teachers on Facebook, and I go back to them and I talk to them like, hey, you don't know what you did for me. I remember my science teacher, Miss Davis. How you doing, Miss Davis, if you're checking this out? I shot my first music video in her class, you know, and from there I sprung a music career. We went on to sign with Universal Music, you know, doing major things, you know, with a few other people that were in that class with her. She spun off some real good vibes with us, you know, so we grew. And I mean, now here I am, I'm learning from more teachers. I'm learning from people like you guys that are on the chopping block day in and day out, going to get it the same way that I am. I'm starting to see that there's more to it. I have to pay homage and that respect to my teachers, the ones who taught me before. Let's see if I can read some of these. Pickled you not apply. Oh, come on now. You know, you gotta apply all of the thought, everything that comes into your mind. You don't get these ideas. I always say these ideas don't pop into your mind for entertainment. You know, they're there for a reason. So at least put them on the table to see if you can't get someone, especially in a classroom setting. You usually have a group of people and you kind of get into these cliques. I mean, some people look at it as bad, but I don't see it as really being bad. You're finding your group to grow with, because that's what you have to do in life. You have to find your circle to be able to grow. That's what I call your fertilizer. So if you're carrying this seed, this idea, and your fertilizer that you have is not up to par, your fertilizer is not as nutritious as it needs to be for your seed to actually flourish, then you need to get you need to get different fertilizer. Find a brand new garden. Find a new garden. You know, find a new set. And I'm telling you right now, if it's not a pretty garden, then start over from scratch. Start up from scratch and plant something that's really worth being proud of, that you want to be proud of. That's what you want to grow. Something worth being proud of, and it's going to start with you paying attention to the leaders, to the teachers that take the time out to teach you something. Quit thinking that you know more than them. If you knew more than them, you wouldn't be sitting in that position. Even if you've taken the class before and you have to take it again, you still don't know more than them, or you would have already had your certification taken care of to where you wouldn't have to take it again. So you never know more than your teacher, no matter how much you think that you know. So that's just that. Or else you wouldn't be in that classroom. I don't care how much you think that you know. If you're being taught by someone, it's something you don't know that they know. They're in that position. They've done something in life that you haven't done yet. Exactly. They've done something in their life that you haven't done yet to where they've earned this position. So take that with you. I just want to jump on early and give you guys that, man. Stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, stay humble. Yeah, I'm going to keep adding more H's to my closing. But come on, respect, pay homage to your teachers. They deserve it. All right, love you guys. Peace.